Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Today I'm gonna start working on my Acura RL big brake kit, but in the process of finding these in my garage, I did find this old NSX brake caliper that I was going to one day install on my CB7, but I never purchased the second one. I only purchased the passenger side. I think I bought this back in 2012. I bought it through Centric Parts, and it was remanufactured. You can see right there. But if anybody, I guess, has the other one, which is part number 141.40022, let me know. I might be interested in purchasing it, because if I do find the other one, I will go ahead and actually install my NSX calipers. More for aesthetics than anything. Back to the RL calipers. I've had these for a few years, since 2014, late 14, early 15. When I did purchase them, I actually ended up rebuilding them, and I powder coated them myself. This fancy red that's all flaking and whatnot, because it was not done professionally. It's done by myself. And as you can tell, my old car that I had them in a Honda Accord V6 6-speed. My driver's side boot was actually torn and put all this goop all over it. These are, as I mentioned, Acura RL from 2006 to 2012, or 2005 to 2012. Standard brakes. And it comes standard in all those model RLs. 4-piston, as you can see. And when I rebuilt them the first time, I actually installed ARP hardware, as you can see right here. They're very easy to do. I might actually take one apart so you guys can see, but I do have to, I guess, fix these up. I don't know what color to go with. I'm either thinking spoon yellow or a fluorescent orange. And the wheels that I'll be running are either going to be gunmetal, white, or a matte black, which I think all those three color combinations are pretty good with either yellow or fluorescent orange. These brackets that I have, which are for off-road use only, are from Fat 4 Customs. They actually make a lot of awesome stuff for Accords, all the way from the CB7 all the way to the newer ones. I guess early 90s to the late models. I do have the rotors as well. These are Nissan 350Z, Nismo 350Z if I remember correctly. Brake rotors, they're the ones that came with the Brembo brakes. And they are just shy of 13 inches wide. Very big rotor for, you know, a lot of the Hondas that are out there, since most of them run the standard either 10.1 or 11.1 inch rotor. Here they are all done, well, at least disassembled. There are a lot of gaskets and seals and boots and stuff, but just take your time if it's your first time. Don't be scared, I guess, but do be careful. You know, you want to be careful with your pistons. You don't want to damage the surface on these or break them. I've seen a lot of people actually pry on them too hard and actually break the lip. And you know, if you order a kit that doesn't have, as I mentioned earlier, these gaskets that go on this mating surface right here, make sure you keep a close eye on yours. But I always recommend replacing them. They're inexpensive. And don't forget about the ones that go on the inside. See if I can get a... Anyways, the camera doesn't want to focus. Don't forget the ones that go on the inside. And same thing as the pistons. You don't want to damage any of the surface area, because you'll probably either leak brake fluid out of here, or you'll have a hard time putting the piston in, and you'll have a lot of it'll seize in there, and you know, you can always check, just make sure they're all in good working order before you install anything in there also. But I'm rambling on. Of course, I didn't finish cleaning the brackets, but I wanted to get the calipers as clean as possible. I am gonna send them off to get powder coated, and probably here locally. So keep an eye out, I guess, for the next video. Hopefully it'll be that. If not, it'll be me working on as I mentioned on my last video, it'll probably be me working on my camshaft seals. I also found my exhaust wrap that I was going to put on here, and I'm also going to do on the back firewall. I want to put it's a reflective tape, and then I need to find some covers. I might order the Fat 4 Customs custom hole covers. Forgot what they're called, but you know what I mean.